What is going on, you beautiful bunch of savages? Primetime 157 is here. Easywork GG up against Kenmure for the Xbox title. We have what is set to be an incredibly fun night of fights here this evening. We apologize for the rescheduling of this exact same show from last week. It was down to PlayStation Network having an absolute shit show and causing it to be only one console for that week, so we decided to reschedule. A couple of big changes from what was announced last week, including the main event, so shout out Easywork GG and Kenmure for stepping in tonight to fill that spot. With that being said, we have a bit of a shorter but sweeter card than normal 8 fights of pure virtual violence to be displayed under Primetime's bright banner here this evening, starting off with SVG Oat. I'm just going to say Oat. SVG Oat up against Jiggly J. Without further ado, we will get into it. Joining me in the comedy booth, the fucking ones, the onlys, J motherfucking Dime, and of course, the little engine that could, Doctor Who. How you doing?
Who's going first? Jay?
The little engine that could is going first.
Oh, the end. Well, we are 157 Xbox main event, very short notice for all the title fights that we have put on over the years. And to start us off tonight, we've got Aljamain Sterling versus Diego Lopez, 2 heavy jiu-jitsu fighters. So I'm going to expect a takedown right out of the gates, I must admit here, Jay.
Yeah, I do agree with you, but if I'm Diego Lopez, you may not have to shoot early because Diego Lopez has a lot of power, Cyrus.
Yeah, he really does, and that's what I was going to say. I mean, he does have the ability to grapple. His jiu-jitsu definitely very strong, but we've seen the way that this guy fights often. He definitely likes to lay those paws on you, so actually a good move, I think, from the Aljo player, being slightly shorter, not having the same kind of pop to his punch with the power to get that takedown, as Doc kind of suggested that he may try to do. Obviously, a bit of an uphill battle either way, though, Doc. He's not exactly out of the fire, taking Diego Lopez down to the ground.
Yeah, the issue you have with both of these fighters on bottom is the fact they've got rubber guard and full guard, and they've got full guard from side control. That means they are a menace to hold down in both side control, and then their full guard gets a bit more scary because suddenly you're then put in a submissive position whilst they're on bottom, so it just makes life a bit more difficult. Aljo, again, a lot of time to work. He can build, he can fake. You're seeing him do a lot. Ideally, a couple more posture ups may help, but that transition to half guard is exactly what you want to be seeing from him. Full guard, at the end of the day, is the ideal route. That means you get an arm triangle evenly, but even then, a sprawl transition mixes things up. It can waste time, but going back into half guard here, it just is all about trying to reduce the damage that Diego Lopez here is taking, Joe.
Yeah, and I love this approach by Aljo. You don't have to rush anything. You got 2 minutes left to work right here. You could slowly work him on the ground, and you take away Diego Lopez's power by putting him on his back, Cyrus.
Absolutely. Slow and steady wins the race, seems to be the approach from Aljamain Sterling here this evening. Can't hate upon it, especially like it's not exactly like an apples for apples comparison, but same like a Conor McGregor and stuff like that. They have a little more power than you, has a bit more speed. Take that guy down, take that away from him. Don't play to your opponent's strengths, and that is exactly what Aljamain Sterling is doing here this evening. Doc, out of interest, do you know which one is actually which? Because their names don't match up with what they are on Discord. So we have.
I know. You know. Actually, no. Oat is on the left. I know. Oat is
Joe
red.
Berg is Oat. I believe he wanted his name changed to it. It hasn't yet been updated properly, and slowly going through it. But with that, he does get a sub here. And that's a good start. Round 1, he's already got a sub. I was kind of suspecting that maybe Diego Lopez's damage that he did on the feet earlier on was going to not benefit him, was going to actually allow him to win this round. But with that sub in place, it definitely secures it. And so far, he's doing a really good job here. Even though he's already had 1 sub taken away, he's defended 2 or 3 other attempts here. And now it's all about full guard. And as the clock ticks down, it just makes the potential to him get subbed less and less here, Jay.
This match is over.
It's got 2 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I didn't see it. I didn't see the time. My bad.
No,
but,
you're good,
yeah.
bro. I actually thought the same, to be honest with you. After he got the first one in and he was low stamina, I was like, shit, he's done right now. But somehow
Yeah.
he found a way to deny 2 or 3 submissions and
Mm-hmm.
just about eke his way into the next round. Obviously, every round starts standing, Jay. They're going to not touch them up. Yes, that's what we like to see.
And he didn't fall for it. I love this. I loved it. This is prime time action. This is what I want to see. I call for this this is beautiful to me. This is great gameplay. I commend him. Even though it didn't work, I commend him for even doing that. Fuck respect. That's your opponent. You don't have to, like, listen to me. Y'all can respect your opponent after. When you're in his cage, there's no respect. I don't care if you fake glove touch him. I don't care about none of that. You can cry later.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Respect is for after the fight, my man. During and before the fight, it's all violence. Should be some animosity in the air if you're in there to fight. You're not here, playing checkers or chess. You're literally trying to knock another man out in that cage. So, Lopez is getting busy with it as well. To be fair to him, dog, he's trying to really bring back some of the down or pitfalls of that last round, keeping him active on the feet and trying to make him second guess that takedown with a lot of uppercuts and teeps down the middle.
Yeah, I mean, starting off the game with a teep's a bit of a sketchy idea, purely for the fact your opponent can catch it, and you saw dragged him near the cage. And similar to real life, it's so much easier shooting a very quick takedown and making your opponent kind of have to second guess himself when against the cage. It can allow so many options to happen. Doesn't he do it here? Shoots off that single leg, gets it down, and now we get to arguably see a rinse and repeat what we saw earlier on in round 1 here, Joe.
Yeah, and what I was going to say is, if I'm Diego, I was going to shoot first this round because obviously Aljo's going to try to get you to the ground. You got to grapple the grappler, and you're a grappler too. It's just the fact that you want to grapple on your own terms. You don't want to sit on your back, Cyrus.
No, you're exactly right. And let's be real, that was a bit of a mistake. Pulling guard right there doesn't look like...
Oh my God,
Diego
I can
wants
go
to
on a
stay
rant about pulling guard. I can go on a whole rant on why you should never pull guard in the high-level UFC. Like, high-level MMA, you shouldn't do it. This is not 2005. And, like, when I was watching Mike Davis fight the other week, right? He didn't do bad, but he started to fight by pulling guard, and I was so confused, Cyrus.
No, it is confusing. Look, unless your name is Jeff Glover or bloody, Ryan Hall or something like that, you should not be pulling guard. And even then, it is risky as holy hell, man. Oh, Jesus, nice body kick. Aljo's coming back on the feet, man. He's trying to kind of kill him with volume right now. Death by 1,000 cuts, but that power still definitely there for Lopez. Trying to find heat seekers. Struggling at the moment, though, Doc. I feel like Aljo has the better game plan, implemented it better so far, and just seems to be a little bit more comfortable in the cage.
Aljo's want and ability to pressure is really standing up to whatever all the damage Diego's doing, because Diego keeps backing off and then he's coming into the pocket, and then by the time he's coming into the back pocket, Aljo's comfy there and he's throwing the shots and landing the cleaner shots overall. So although Diego is doing a significant amount of damage so far, I would argue Aljo's so far 2 rounds up, and going into this third round is where Jiggly needs to reconsider what he would do and probably go for broke. Although those stats, maybe it's 1-1.
Maybe, but it may be 1-1. But if I'm Diego Lopez, I'm going in there like it's 0-2 right now. I gotta do something. I gotta hurt him, because the problem is Diego hasn't had a crazy moment. We seen Aljo have a moment in the first round where he got the sub. Right now, Diego Lopez is missing that, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly. I will just kind of say as well, I don't think they've got the biggest value out of it so far, but some of the elbows timed after combinations in this fight from both competitors have been really, really well used. Like that, just there. Just like beautifully at the end of a combination. It's not any of that spammy, the elbow bullshit, any of that. It's just nicely timed. But Aljo, once again, committing to that takedown. Anytime he doesn't feel the fight's going his way, or even when he feels like he gets a slight advantage, he finds a way to set it up, and then continues to rain down hell for as long as his opponent will let him. I mean, look, 3 minutes left on the clock, and if the first round is anything to go by, a submission might be around the corner. Although that is a nice little attempt at a rubber guard right now. We'll see if he can hold it, Doc.
Does manage to get out of it so far. Again, this is the fact Aljo's game plan has involved a lot of this grappling has kind of given him the edge across this entire fight, because of as seen by last round, Diego, even according to the stats, was getting the edge in the striking. Round 1 was scored through the grappling, and that's kind of what Aljo has now gone back to in the 3rd round. It's that, okay, he wants to see, he's got one round in the bag, he's wanted to see how the striking goes. It's clearly not going in his favour, so now he's just going to revert back to his other idea, which is fuck around on the ground and cause some chaos here, and that's what he's doing. Although it's maybe not quite as busy as you would hope, not entertaining, you're not seeing that full mountains consistently. Full guard's still a place to do damage, and even these rabbit punches in time add up, and they secure it on the judge's decision here.
Jeez, and if you're Diego Lopez, it's hard not to get frustrated right here because you need this round bad, and you're stuck on your back. And now this may open up opportunities for Aljo because Diego Lopez, you got to think he's going to panic here. He got 1 minute 30 to work, Cyrus.
Yeah, I mean, look, nobody wants to lose. Going to the judges' scorecards isn't even a moral loss at this point because Aljo's kind of been ahead the entire way. Lopez really has to fight desperately right now because he needs a finish by my scorecards at least. And also, let's be real, like you said, the more desperate he becomes, especially whilst it's on the mat, the more likely it is for Aljo to finish syncing up that final submission. Although he does have to advance position to really make that work.
Yeah, it's been a lot of full guard play. I'm kind of underwhelmed by the lack of fakes here by Smooth Killer. Like, feet on hips fake is such a good fake. It just cancels out any of the GA that he's built, that Joelberg here is building up. And it just means that maybe he can build some of his own GA to then get a roll into half guard, not just focus on the rubber guard, because of if your opponent's so focused on that rubber guard attempt, you can also do that. But here he does manage to get the get up, but 0-0, and now we go to the judge's decision.
Yeah, gonna be Aljo's. Got to imagine it's Aljo's, especially even in the highlights. You know,
What if it's not?
we've seen crazier shit, Jay. We've seen crazier shit.
Yeah.
Like, I won't be too surprised, but
Yeah, it has to be. Because even if you give Diego Lopez round 2, round 1 and 3 is clear Aljo, right? Clearly.
yeah, I'd say so. Definitely, second round was a lot better from Diego.
Ladies and
but,
gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for
work.
decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-27.
29-27.
By
Wow.
unanimous decision, Aljamain,
Aljamain,
Punkmaster
motherfucking Sterling in the house, getting his first W here this evening. SVG securing up a nice little win for themselves. In the early going of this competition, if you will, of this event, great work for him. The next one up is going to be cleaning Tuber up against Viper, KOTV. These two guys have been around for a little while, Doc. Give us a rundown of these opponents. I know that Viper's making his debut from the amateur section here this evening. Obviously, he's fought on live cards in the past, but for this season, went 1-0, I believe, on the amateur side.
Indeed, he is. Viper, a notorious striker through and through. He hasn't really gone under any fundamental change, arguably. He's just kind of stayed that tried and true striker. Cleaning Tuber, when he first entered into the Xbox division, was actually a grappler and quite a good one as that, but since then has massively redeveloped and rechanged his striking. It has become a lot of problem. I think he has also been fighting people like Slink and Dezinho, two very prominent strikers within the community as well. But then he's also got that grappling to fall back on if and when he needs it. Although it may be a bit rusty at times, it's still there and still usable.
Man, and I want to commend them on the great ping they had. The ping was like 14, right? They are down the street from each other. So if there's any problem with lag, someone's downloading Fortnite, Cyrus.
Bro, I will say, right, obviously great connection, like you said. These guys starting off pretty quickly. Azimovici on the left-hand side, cleaning Tuber. That guy's got some patience issues, bro. I know you guys couldn't hear it, but like before we went into the game, he was spamming like AB really quickly. It was spinning me out, bro. It was spinning me out.
He was ready to fight. He was ready.
He's good to go, bro. He's good to go.
Yeah, he's been cutting weight all week. So you don't think he wants to fight?
Well, both of these guys not wasting any time, just already wanting to stand neck and neck to each other. No type of footwork really being in play here. Just in the pocket, swinging a bit of head movement. Have seen takedown attempt though earlier by Clean Tuber, but Viper quickly getting up here. Both of these massive change of pace from last fight here, Jay.
Just over 3 minutes to go on our first.
Yeah, and Okay, that axe kick is useless.
You know
But
he's gonna turn this defense into
I want to see Kamaru Usman use his jab, pressure a bit more to set up some takedowns, Cyrus. Oh, nice.
Well, doesn't need one.
He don't need one.
Best
That's
takedown
better
in the
than
game. That
takedown.
right hand right there, bro. Best takedown in the game. Nice work, man. Viper's got some hands on him. Cleaning Cuba obviously been advancing in that department for some time right now. I don't know if it's necessarily the right move to have gone Leon Edwards for him. I do feel like maybe a bit more of a grappling pick would have served him favors, because Viper is starting to light him up quickly here, Jay. This may be over quicker than it started if this continues.
He's doing what you don't want to do if you're Leon. Put your back against that cage. Go behind them lines. Leon's supposed to learn from that Bilal fight, Cyrus.
You'd think so, bro. Right now, he needs to get on the bike. Like, honestly, he's standing in front of him, Doc, and just eating shot after shot.
The issue that doesn't help is this is Prime Usman with the Fortune Nature perk with his 5-star jab straights, the menace that he was on UFC 4, where the only thing you saw on in the welterweight division was just Usman charging at you, no care in the world, all the damage in the world, and that's kind of what he's facing here right now with this Prime Usman. He should, if he got that takedown earlier, he would have had an easier time because he needs to get the damage on early on. But now he's fighting against the riding tide with Viper just happy to throw straight down the middle and not really care about his own chin here, Joe.
So what do you think Kamaru Usman has to do here, Cyrus?
Kamaru Usman? I mean, keep doing what he's
Nah, I
doing.
mean, my fault. I meant to say Leon. See, my fault,
Bro,
my
he needs
bad.
to slip that axe kick and punish him like his life depends on it, because it does. It's the easier shot that keeps coming his way. Overhands and axe kicks is. They're so easy to counter. You literally just have to slip your head. And because you can slip both of them in the same direction, just slip to that lead side. Slip to your lead side. And you've got it. You've got it every time. Well, now it's the rear side. You switched off stances. Cleaning Cuba opening up with a takedown. Not successful. Kamaru Usman's takedown defense holding up. And that means that you know what's coming, Doc. More absolute chaos from Kamaru Usman.
It is just a never-ending storm here. Chuba needs to be finding shots in between combos, big counters. He can't trade just because of Usman would absolutely knock his socks off either way. As you've seen there, tries to trade there, just takes one, gets stunned instantly. Already now against Gage again. A takedown was needed, but they've been defended. It is a hope and a prayer, it feels like, in some regards, Joe.
Yeah, it's like I said the last fight. Needs a moment. Leon hasn't landed anything to hurt Usman to deter him from doing what he's doing right now, Cyrus. Cyrus, the mic's on mute. Yeah, you're...
At times, I swear. No, you're absolutely right, though. Like, he's trying. Like, it's not like he's given up on himself, but I don't know if he necessarily has the tools on the feet to make it work.
Oh,
but then he
has
finds that left hand.
Doesn't have the tools, huh?
He doesn't, bro, but you throw enough shit, something's gonna land.
He needs a left head kick. That is what he needs.
He got the tools. Is he going to use them?
With the sub, we appreciate you, my man.
Oh, he got the right tools.
Yeah.
Is he going to use them is the question.
Bots him on the ass, front kick again. The lack of head movement is just, it's troublesome, man. Usman, Viper TKO is pulling so many shots that are easily dodged and easily countered, and none of them have been so far, and they continue to chip away at the block and the head health on rinse and repeat, though.
If Leon can convince Usman that after the jab his left hand's coming is a way of a hook, he can throw a head kick and maybe able to get Usman off on a head kick whilst putting back.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Okay. Is it over?
Yeah.
Man, he was starting to make a little comeback. He started to get momentum, and then Usman said, all right, it's over. All right, I'm done playing with my food. It's over.
Yeah. Well, for Usman, I mean, he probably thought that was going to be a quick night at the office here this evening after the way that he started. But fair play. Leon Edwards, he hung in there, cleaning too, but hung in there. But ultimately, like I said, couldn't muster enough to get the victory here this evening. A quick one, I will say that, but we only have a really, talking about quick parts to this card, we only have a really short prelims section of Primetime 157 here this evening. Topping off the prelims is one of the fights, although I didn't give it much time to talk about, I suppose, this upcoming card. This is probably one of those fights that, if you're in the know, you know to tune the fuck into this fight. These are two guys that really have put on absolutely sensational performances over the years here at Primetime MMA. We have former champion and one of the GOATs of the PlayStation division, Smudger, stepping back in. Definitely fell on a little bit harder times as of recently, had to make some adjustments after a break away from the game, but he's trying to build himself back up to his former glory and try to obviously set new records. But he is going up against one of the more sensational strikers that we have seen here at Primetime MMA in that PlayStation division, and that is Kahan, a guy that does not waste any time starting these fights fast, J-Dime. He literally, as soon as that bell goes, he is sprinting at you and trying to lay those hands on you. So I don't know how these guys are going to approach it, but I will say one thing. Don't blink when Kahan and Smudger are in the cage.
Man, so when it comes to Smudger, I know when UFC 5 came out, he like stopped playing UFC for a while. So I wonder what brought him back. What made him want to get back on UFC 5? What is the motivation at this point, Cyrus?
He does his conventional thing. He drops me a couple of messages. He said, Saturday I'm back, tough matchup, especially after a long layoff, but I'm here to put on one hell of a show. So he every single time, I will say about Smudger, he wanted to come back a little bit before. He didn't feel like the game was necessarily favoring his skill set, the way that he likes to approach the fight game. But you know, after a little bit of a breakaway, sometimes that rejuvenates you. You come back reinvigorated with a new focus. And I feel like that's one of the things that, because the adjustments meant that he had to change a little bit of the way that he approached the game, sometimes it's hard to find the motivation to change that up and, you know, kind of get out of those patterns. Now, Smudger always had sensational head movement. His shot selection was truly next level. He knows what's coming at him in this fight out here, Doc, you know, up against Kahan. And I think that Kahan also is respecting him a little bit more than he would some other opponents, because he's not starting as fast as he has in the past, you know, in all of his normal fights. So it's a really, really kind of edgy to seat sort of fight. And honestly, I don't know how it's going to go.
I mean, these picks are an interesting one. Drickus is a normal pick you expect to see, but Borealo on the other opponent with the pick with Smudger is more out there, to be fair. He's well-rounded in all regards, so solid stats across the board. Pretty good grappling, pretty good striking, especially after, I think, a couple updates, but still not exactly what you would deem the meta-type picks. But here we are, and both these guys are starting out to cause some striking mayhem. Drickus the one with the power, and that's, I think, going to be the main thing that Smudger's got to worry about. It's just the fact he can't take as many shots as he can give here.
Nice. And I like Smudger's approach right now. He's fighting off his back foot. He's really just countering, and I love that, Cyrus.
Yeah, look, he was one of the better counter fighters around for a very, very long time, was Smudger. It's not as, you know, kind of powerful in UFC 5, which is one of the reasons he probably had a little bit of an issue with some certain adjustments. But this is one of those opponents where, you know, he can really showcase the adjustments he's had to his game coming into this, and the things that he's had to change to make that counter-striking style work in UFC 5. On the flip side of things, Kahan, understanding that his opponent has this very strong counter-striking sort of style going, Drickus du Plessis actually has a little bit of grappling in his favor as well. Whoa! Along with the power, he got a takedown earlier, and now the combos are flying. That's the problem. Doc said it earlier, Jay. The power of Drickus, it doesn't take too many. He can get counter-struck 10-5, but when he lands, it's so impactful.
Yeah, there's a difference in power and damage when Drickus lands. Kyle Bahio may land more, but when Drickus lands, it hurts a lot more, Doc.
Yeah, you see it in so many of these weight divisions. You saw it with Edwards versus Usman as well in the previous fight. If one opponent has power, no matter how technical you have got to say so technically sound that you basically can't get hit if you're wanting to keep any time advantage. And that's what you're seeing here. Although Smudger's coming in technically, he's pitter-pattering his shots in a lot of regards, looking beautifully in terms of technique. Drickus can play like Drickus and just walk forward, land two shots, take a couple on the chin, and he'll be done, and he'll get a knockdown or two throughout that round, and that's what you saw during that round so far.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see the statistics. I feel like Smudger was doing the majority of the good work out there. Both of them were looking good, but he was doing the good, clean work. But obviously, as you saw right there, Kahan found a way with that uppercut to crack him, and then the combination just let fly. He looked like Kahan of old. Really didn't waste time letting the combinations fly. I said doing a lot of the better work. Actually, he landed more SIGs, which is surprising for me.
Yeah. So here's the thing, when it comes to Drickus specifically, his fight style isn't pretty. Oh my goodness, nice. Like, we can say Smudger's doing
4 hooks in a row.
Yeah,
that's Drickus.
Yeah, that's for sure Drickus. We can say that Kyle Bahal's doing a cleaner work, but they don't have to be clean. Drickus is effective. It may look ugly, clunky, it look funny, but it's effective, Cyrus, and it hurts.
Oh, it really does, man. It really does. And look, even if he's not getting his way, he may like headbutt your outer thigh or something like that. Drickus isn't opposed to getting a little bit weird and wacky out there, bro.
Yeah.
But this is the other thing. I mean, obviously we said Drickus has the more of a takedown threat, but anybody that's been paying attention to the scene for some time knows the skills that Smudger has, not only on the feet, but when he needs to on the mat. And I knew that this may have been a bit of a contributing factor. He got the takedown. He started to make it work. Nice defense from Kahan to get back to the feet, but now he's going to have that in the back of his mind a little bit out here, Doc, and he has to be a little bit wary of that ground game of Smudger going forward.
Yeah, Smudger, I think, is going to need that. Yeah, I think Smudger knows that he needs this takedown. He needs to mix it up. He needs to make it dirty. Even if, and the issue is, again, it's the power issue with Drickus. Even if you make it dirty, you need to land 4 or 5 shots to make it even to Drickus's 1, especially given the chin health now. So that's even, again, that's another issue Smudger's going up against. It's an uphill battle. Submissions are probably going to be one of your best bets here, just because doesn't matter about power at that point. But the rest of it's going to be an uphill battle where it feels like.
I'm loving the shot selection from both opponents right now. The fact that Drickus or Kahan is looking for the trades, looking for the exchanges, but the feints from both competitors absolutely phenomenal. From the takedown feints, into a clinch, or the little body shot feints trying to bait out an uppercut in return. These guys really trying to play next level game plans right now. Lead check hook right there as well. I mean, just so clean on both sides of the equation.
Man, the thing is, Smudger's landing shots, but they're not doing nothing to Drickus here. Like I said, he has to land something big. Eventually, he's going to have to plant his feet or land a good counter that's going to hurt Drickus. Because right now, Drickus looks like a tank, Cyrus.
Absolutely, he does. And the thing about it is that the way that Smudger approaches this game and the fight game as a whole, like, this often kind of looks like the case until he's cracked that chin. And then that's really when he starts turning up the tempo, because he does a bit of an accumulative damage add up, whereas the power from Drickus and Kahan means that when he lands one, obviously it's just more effective. But obviously, Smudger, when he's got you cracked, it's really hard to come back from that. Oh my goodness!
No.
Big risk taken, and he gets punished. Oh.
This is... I'm pretty sure Alex and Izzy were both banned. So there's also that, in this side, and I think Alex is one of Smudger's main picks, and you've had Drickus getting picked out. I'm unsure who else would have been a better pick for Smudger here, to be fair, Jay.
Can they pick Anderson Silva?
That's a good one, yeah. Doesn't offer a lot in the takedown options, though, which you are seeing Smudger needs.
Yeah. But
then again,
the thing is...
Yeah, true.
And finally gonna hurt Drickus. And Drickus, here we go. And there we go. Drickus gets him again. He got overzealous. He thought he had his moment, and now it may start to get ugly.
Kahan's been really challenging his inner Drickus every time he gets a stun. It's been working beautifully for him. Smudger trying to land something big with that flying knee, hoping of all hopes. He's got 3 minutes left on the clock to score something, to score a KO arguably at this point, but it's, again, the lack of power compared to Drickus is really coming out and playing.
Right now, Smudger setting up that left hook. He's had a lot of success with it, both to the head and the body. I imagine an uppercut will follow eventually. Oh my goodness, a flying knee. narrowly touched the block of Dricus du Plessis. Kahan seems very composed, even when he's been hurt. Mixing up the grappling in there as well, J-Dime, with 2 minutes 50 left on the clock. He gets a stun!
Oh, got him. Oh, here we go. Hook.
Oh. Every time it's been hooked.
Yeah, he got to pull one. Oh my God. Hey, this is over. Hey, this is over, guys. Dricus does it again. Dricus does it again. It's over.
Kahan taking over the win. A major fight, made a good win under his belt. A fantastic performance there. The power of Dricus, challenging his inner Dricus on every stun. He caused some chaos and got the KO here tonight.
I think that was the smart move, honestly. Like I said, Smudge is just too clean with it. Going technique, but technique with Smudger doesn't often play out in your favor, so really trying to make it a bit more of a chaotic, brawly style fight was always going to play in Drix's favor, especially with the Kahan behind those sticks. I mean, that's the way that Kahan likes to fight as well, so very impressive work from Kahan, but as absolutely promised J-Dime, an incredible fight between two top-level competitors. We know we'll see these guys back better than ever either way. Very, very fun one. If you didn't know, now you know. Tune in when you see either one of these guys on the card. Well, that one being in the box, that brings an end to the prelims of tonight's card. As mentioned, a bit short and sweeter here this evening. We have 8 fights of non-stop virtual violence. And with the first 3 of the prelims all in the box, we are going to be moving on to the first fight of the main card between Striking with a Q up against Scatter. Now, I'm not as familiar with Scatter personally, so a little bit of information about him, Doc, if you have.
I mean, he's gone 3-0 on our amateur side, so that's definitely says something. I'm not too familiar with him. I have known, I think he's on the US side of rank, so again, haven't really run into him. But what I do know is I believe he's a heavy grappler, enjoys the grappling game. Has already caused some contention, I think, with people like Kieran Crow. So, you know, you're bound for an interesting fight when he's already annoying guys like him.
Well, going 3-0 on the amateur side of things, like I said, I don't think we've seen him fight on a live card before, so this will be a first. He is picking Charlie Olives here this evening, and Striking with a Q obviously knows what's up there, J-Dime, because he has gone Islam Makhachev to try and counter some of that grappling onslaught that Scatter seems to promise to bring.
So basically, we know nothing about Scatter right now. We're about to learn everything today. We're going to learn, and this is a real tough test because Striking is no slouch. So we're going to learn everything about that boy today, right now, Cyrus.
Absolutely. And, obviously, on the amateur side, we don't know exactly how much resistance he was given when it came to the grappling side of things, but Striking is no slouch, whether it's the grappling or the striking. Obviously, prefers to get the work done on the feet, and I imagine he's going to try to anti-grapple here this evening a little bit, try to force his opponent into some uncomfortable waters.
Well, takedowns, clinch attempts, all the main stuff you want to see when you're trying to grapple someone. Maybe a bit more setup would be nice. So far you're seeing Strakewind landing a lot of the key shots here. Just even here it's making sure to get that straight. Leg kicks, playing an interesting game, but nothing in particular damaging compared to what Strakewind has landed so far, Jack.
Yeah, okay. I know I got a gist of the game. I know the archetype.
I don't want to jinx shit right now, but like if this is all Scatter has to offer, is double legs and clinches, it's done.
I know the archetype here of like, but the thing is, when this is your fight style, you're gonna go against elite people. You gotta have the striking to set it up because the elite fighters are going to deny them back drags. They're going to defend them clinches. That's why you need the striking to set them up. At a certain level, you can't just keep shooting, Doc.
Bro, this is dumb.
I was hoping, of all hopes, that this wasn't his style. Like, I kind of knew that maybe he had some of this style, but this is incredible.
Like, he needs to take a leaf out of the Dashiki's book and
learn some
those
striking.
Hands. Yeah.
You gotta polish the striking because the striking is too raw right now. Like, you know how much better he'd be if he could get to where he want to get to. It's like watching I'll give you an example. It's like watching Tatiana Suarez, right? If she had a threat on the feet, the way Lee fight could have went different, but she don't have to worry about the striking, so she can just hold her hands low and camp, waiting for the takedown. It's the same concept, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly. And look, he's trying to force 50-50 positions right now.
Yeah.
But it's just not going to happen, bro. It's just not going to happen. Striking is that guy.
I'm going to say, people complain about not having a takedown tonight. A clinch tonight. But arguably the way this game handles clinch deny sometimes is better. Just for the fact you're punching him in the face 9 times out of 10 for as a clinch deny. So there's that to take into account. It's just that most of them don't care because most of them are too stupid to go, oh, I'm taking damage, I should actually strike instead.
This is the thing, like, I do think this should be a clinch tonight, but there are still counters to everything here.
Yeah, and this is what you're seeing here. And the striker is the one in top mount now raining down the shots.
Yes. Man, I'd like to see
right
him. No, listen, I'd like to see his striking get better. I'm going to be real. Like, his striking is dirt, right? Yeah. But like, if he improved that, he could be something. The problem is, there's almost no threat on the feet. So, if he shoot 105 takedowns in a row, he think he's going to get it. What happens when you're wasting your stamina, you don't get it, and now you're just getting punched. That's the problem here.
On top of that, the whole thing is, right, he went 3-0, so I'm assuming that when it hits the mat, he's got some grappling skills.
Man, he must have fought me 3 times or something.
But the thing about it is, though, man, like, if you just don't have anything else, striking has already said to you, I'm not going to get frustrated by this. I'm going to continue to put these paws on you. And that's what he's done.
No.
Okay, hold on.
But he's got some stamina with it. Using the flip
hold on. He's on mount. Hold on. See, this is where he wants
we're now in half guard, so
hold on.
It neutralizes
This is his opportunity.
Yeah.
He's on top with 4 minutes. This is what he wants. This is what he wants. Hold on. He worked his ass off to get here. What will he do?
We'll see. Wait to see.
A lot of time to work as well, to be fair.
It's the stam deficit. It's the amount of bodywork striking is done here as well that actually benefits entirely. Surprised he got that, but fair enough, game.
All Islam gotta do is be patient right now.
He denies it. And he denies it again. Striking knows that he's in some dangerous positions right now. Scatter.
Weirdly, this is safer. Oh well, not now.
I was gonna say that. I don't know.
I'm gonna say it's safer than top mount in a lot of times, just because you're kind of limited on damage you do unless you get back flat, and then it suddenly gets 10 times scarier. A lot of transitions so far, not much in terms of subs or sub attempts. Back flat here doesn't. Oliveira doesn't have a DAS. He does have back sitting that you can go for, but again, not too much of a threat. Here got the R and C. Okay, but again, no stam.
Oh wow!
Oh okay! Wow! Okay, he just went straight forward.
But how did he get that much from one with 0 stamina? That's crazy. I know Charlie Alves' subs are really, really high, but Islam's defense is very high. So
must just be the level 5 sub, I would assume.
Oh, he's in danger. Hey, listen, striking is some real danger. Like some real danger right now.
Absolutely is.
You know, like.
Shout out Kieran Crow with the sub. We appreciate you, my man.
He can fuck around and lose this too. If he don't defend subs with his life, we could have an upset.
I mean, he's shown that once he is systematic, he is competent. And I think that's the point I was trying to make earlier. Before
he has to be. If you want to get to the mat that badly, you got to be.
No, but you see a lot with these long. The biggest skill gap you see in this game is the difference between people who can strike on the feet and grappling, and as long as you need less striking to make up for your grappling a lot of times. If you're a star-studded striker, a lot of times you're defending takedowns because your grappling is too poor that you can't handle it. But then if your striking's at least halfway decent and you're the one shooting takedowns, suddenly your life is a lot easier than the opposite way around.
Well, lads, this is 1-1 going into the third and final round in a fight that I thought was already over after seeing the opening bell.
You did say it was over.
Yeah, it did. Like Scat has shown that he can be dangerous when it hits the mat. So striking with everything that he's got has to avoid the clinches and the takedowns, which is easier said than done. He isn't a man that succumbs to the pressure. He isn't a man that succumbs to the frustrations of this style. He will stick to what got him to the dance. But will it be enough? We're about to find out.
This is really dangerous for striking, even though he's landing, because his opponent is persistent. He gonna try to get, like, that's the thing. His determination to get to where he want to get to. He's not gonna stop. Even though he didn't get this, with almost 4 minutes left, Doc, he's gonna keep going for it.
Yeah.
Over and over again. Nope. Okay, that's a big mistake. He should, like I said, every time he's just punching, he's full mounting him. Every time. He should just be patient. Throw one shot if you know he's going to go right in the full mount. But he's getting caught throwing all them strikes, and he's getting put in full mount. And now, real danger again, Cyrus.
Absolutely. Posted up, he decides to go for the ground pound. 0 block left. Ball striking with the cue. Does get a denial as well. Getting worse and worse for him. He's going to have to dig deep to find a way out of this position.
Man. Listen to me. The amount of times he's given up mount, it's actually impressive how many times he's given up mount.
Oh, that was a desperate get him right there. I think he was trying to anticipate the pre-denial. Nice work out of that top mount into half guard doctor, and now he has to defend, giving up any worse positions like his life depends on it, because it does.
He needs to get up to the feet once, and he needs one big flurry. That's really what he needs here so far. Not too much damage has been done on the feet. So now he's back up here. Now he needs to be able to defend either the takedown or the 50-50. He does so. That's what you want. So now he just needs a couple more big flurries. All he needs. I mean, keeping on the feet for another minute should be fairly easy, given what we've seen so far, but tensions run high. He's just done.
Time to take him to school, striking. And he do it 50 seconds. Oh, he keeps
getting. Like, I'm gonna be real. All you gotta do is be patient and wait for it.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do anything. Oliveira needs to do something here, and he's got no stance, so he can take this. It doesn't matter.
Gives up that transition as well. That is huge for him. The posture up.
Again, no stand. Can probably get the backside. Yeah.
He does too.
I think they've made it quicker when you have that stand. Well then.
We're going to see which way the judges got this, I suppose.
All right, judges. Here we go.
Oh no.
It was close.
They both got their hand up.
It's a draw.
A draw.
Oh
a draw.
My fucking god.
A draw. A draw.
It's a draw, bro.
Why?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
guess what, Cyrus?
See the scorecard.
How many? You may have to see him again. I'm playing. but man, he has that style where it just annoys you. Where like it just, and I know striking was annoyed.
Yeah.
Yes.
As much as he isn't a guy that like
30 takedowns with. Jesus.
Okay.
10% success record on those takedowns, but obviously when he got it there, he made it count.
Yeah.
Man was shooting like Marab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got a 10-8.
But yeah, he got submission and a lot of top control in that second round, in all fairness.
Fair enough.
But the crazy one for me, I don't know, man. I thought that third round was clearly.
Daniel, yeah, Judge 2. Jesus. I think the Judge 2 is the grappling judge. But it still doesn't make any sense, but we move.
Yeah, for sure. Froze my stam as well. So look, is what it is. Congratulations. To Scat again, the draw, I suppose, for his first fight.
Striking, it ain't it is what it's striking. I feel for you. It's not it is.
Bro, you know my feelings on this, right? I was trying to remain as impartial as I could, but I think that in moments it was quite clear that I wanted striking to win that one. I mean, who the fuck didn't? Let's be
Yeah,
real.
like-
Everybody other than Scatter himself. I mean, even Scatter's like, next of kin wanted Striking to win that after the performance. 30 takedowns was a bit much to deal with. Striking made that interesting. For my money, he deserved the win, but it didn't go that way. At least he didn't walk away with an L. That's the way I see it. That is the way I see it. But
the way I see it is, I feel for Strike. Like, on joke side, I really feel for you right now. But with that being said, let's get to next fight.
yes, absolutely. So on the graphic right there, it says Smokey up against SB Fortify. I believe there's been a change. No, it was updated. Good shit. Okay, so we got Smokey, that it was 2-A on the amateur side, now making his pro debut up against SB Fortify, who is 3-1 on a +2 record, +2 win streak, I should say. A bit of a big test here for Smokey, who was he's not new to the scene by any stretch. He's been around the block, but obviously Fortify's been making a bit of a run as of recently. We'll have to see the new guard versus the old. Nice weight class as well for these two guys to compete in.
Indeed.
Oh wait, hold on. Listen. Somebody's internet
what is going on
sucks.
with that ping, actually?
That's what I was about to say. Someone's doing something because it goes from really low to high. Like, nah.
I don't know how this can't run, man. This can't run.
What the
Surely.
fuck?
Surely this can't run.
Hey, this game about to lag. I'm going to be real. This is about to be a lag fest.
Yeah, I mean, if it does, we'll probably skip. I ain't gonna lie to you, because that was some horrendous connection right there. So we don't mind it being a little bit higher if it's stable, but that was jumping all over the fucking place.
This man has knockout power plus submission skills as well, but perhaps his biggest asset, his self-belief.
Seems like it's having its own fun, not wanting to lag.
Yeah, somebody was on the Wi-Fi in the house. Someone they had to tell them get off the phone. You know how that go.
Yeah, there was a dodgy download going on in the background. They hit pause on that, and now they're fighting.
Man, yeah, they were downloading something they wasn't supposed to. That's what happened.
Terabytes of hub. That's all I'm saying. That's.
Well, here we go. Smokey, the one having to prove himself here as Tapoye up against Holloway. So far, the one putting on the pressure, breaking down that block, and just constantly going at it by the looks of it so far. Nope.
Ooh. Shout out to Max Holloway. Every time I see this fight, I just think about what happened to Max. I'm like, damn, that really happened. Like, I never thought I'd live today to see Max get put down, Cyrus.
Yeah, like, honestly, I erased it from my memory, and then you brought it back up, and I'm starting to have, like, flashbacks
Oh, that
of it.
happened. Yeah, let's not. Move on.
Terrorized, man. Terrorized. The problem is, the reality of this fight is, don't do it to us! Topuria does have crazy power. This weight class is just ruled by Topuria right now. He's got so much power, so much speed. The boxing is clean.
Yeah, like, he has the tools to rule this weight class for a while because he has the boxing. He has the speed. Obviously, the power. He has the grappling. He's
a mixed martial artist. He's got everything that he needs.
Yeah, but, like, he's so well-rounded. And, like, to think that he came to the UFC known as a jiu-jitsu guy.
Mm-hmm.
And his hands are this clean, Cyrus.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, he must have been doing some boxing, right? Like, you don't pick it up that quick.
He was keeping it under wraps. He was like, yeah, you can't fool me.
And nobody learns boxing that quick, bro.
Yeah, he just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just wanted y'all to see him as a jiu-jitsu guy that he's going to pop out with the hands. He knew what he was doing, Cyrus. This was all strategic and planned.
Absolutely. I will say that obviously anytime Smokey throws with Ilya, it's going to cause a lot of damage, but his opponent is doing a really good job of attacking the stamina on rinse and repeat right now. SB Fortify being very diligent in his approach. He understands the danger that's standing across from him and attacking that body so often, so early, approaching the end of the first round, and he's got him almost to the halfway mark. It's kind of crazy, dog.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of just the damage to the stam. consistently. It's going to give him advantage later on. As you're saying, not even later on, towards the end of round one, as it starts to lag a bit. But there we go. I don't know. Yeah, okay. That felt like Tapoyo should have more significance, but Max Holloway, I think, had about double.
Yeah, it's just because of the volume. I mean, in a normal fight, they would have, he would have probably had it, but SB Fortify didn't waste any time. He understood the job description here this evening up against Ilia Topuria with Max Holloway. You need to land double, if not more, to everyone that he throws, just to kind of keep yourself ahead. Doing so much work to the body, a couple of, kind of spin kicks to the body and the like as well, J-Dime. Absolutely pays dividends for him if he can continue to survive the early onslaught of damage that Ilia possesses.
Yeah, I think Max need to just keep it patient, keep zapping his stamina, keep landing to the body, and just get out. Wow, he's trying to and just get out the way. You see how he's getting his, and he's getting out every time. Stay away from Ilia power. Keep zapping that stamina.
No taking pictures at all, but there's the problem. Yeah, any exchange, that's when your head health and your consciousness may go bye-bye.
Ooh.
It's difficult to tell who's running ahead with this because you feel like Smokey is the one pushing the pace, the one who's landing the damage. But then when you're actually looking at it properly and you're actually taking in the technique being used so far, Holloway is actually the one who's probably landed the more serious shots overall. He's just landing both to the body and the head. He's not just targeting head like Tapoya is right now.
So that's the thing about it though, Jay. Like, for my money, at least kind of like from my viewing experience, I feel like he is so far ahead right now. Max Holloway, he's just doing really good work. But the problem that he has is that the damage that is able to come back at him and how quickly that damage can be applied to the chin, it just means that you're never truly winning the fight until it's over. No matter how far ahead you are, you've got to be absolutely on the ball, minding your P's and Q's till the end. Gets a rock, nice. Great work, but once again, has to be careful not to get overzealous.
Exactly, because if he gets caught taking pictures, Ilia can put him down. Because, like I said, there we go. Get yours, and he got to get out. He cannot exchange with Ilia. That's where you fuck up at. You exchange with Ilia, you want to get put down. You literally, you go, and then get out. There we go. There we go.
Beautiful work. Now stack guard.
Oof.
No, Jesus, fair enough.
It's over.
One knock, and it is done and dusted. Holloway coming out, putting on a performance slow but subtle in the damage that he accumulated through round one and fully coming alive in round two. Tapoya unable to stop the onslaught and thus getting KO'd there.
Beautiful, beautiful work. And then once again, dangerous fight for him. Ilia's so dominant in this weight class. Showing why he's on a 2-fight win streak, showing why he was 3-1 in the division, advances to 4-1 now, and starting to stack himself a nice little resume for this entire division. We'll see where he goes from there, but another win added to that column for him on Primetime 157. Beautiful work.
Yeah, that was beautiful, to be real. Even though he did get caught a few times, but for the most part, he stayed out of harm's way, zapped that stamina, and picked him apart.
Absolutely. With that one in the history books, we will be moving on and upwards to the next one. The last fight on the main card before we hit the co-main and main event of Primetime 157. We're going to be having Deco stepping back into the cage that was 2-0 on the amateur record. Obviously, if you don't know Deco, he's been around the scene for a very long time. Incredible grappling, ability to throw some hands as well. Going up against Fia Michi, who's been making a bit of a name for himself in this season, I should say. Really been putting together some very, very kind of top performances. Does find himself 4-2 currently, ranked number 8. So what an opportunity for Deco to announce himself back to the pro circuit. And without further ado, we will get into it. Welterweight is the weight class, J-Dime, and we're going to see Bilal, remember the name, Mohammed, up against GSP in the house.
Yeah, I'm...
Oh, never mind, you switched up.
So, yeah, I'm surprised you remember his name, too. That's the crazy thing. But, yeah, we got Shavkat now versus GSP, and I'm really interested to see what approach GSP takes in a matchup like this, Doc.
Yeah, it is a certain Shavkat well-rounded in all regards. GSP kind of the same, not as much on bottom but everything else is pretty solid. And Deco is a hell of an opponent to step into the octagon with here tonight. Mitchie did spend quite a while being annoyed by this matchup leading up to this fight. He was like, just because he had a dropout, replacements came in, Deco was the next guy up, he was the next available opponent, and this is the way it does. And he was quite annoyed by that fact and having to defend his ranking down. But like, sometimes that is the way it goes. People are fighting up, people are fighting down. Especially when the replacements come in, it's sometimes another guy's big opportunity, and a big opportunity for you to act as the defender of your ranking there.
Yeah, and right now he don't need to be worrying about none of that. Worry about what's in front of you, because Shavkat is putting belt to his ass right now, Cyrus.
That he is, full violence, doing just that. Deco announcing himself on Primetime 157 in a big way. Not here for a long time. He's here for a good time, dog. And the ground and pound, brutally finishing him.
Easy. You know that's called easy work right there. He didn't sweat. He didn't do none of that. If I'm Shavkat, I'm not even taking a shower after this. I'm going straight to the club because I didn't sweat. He didn't touch me.
Beautiful, man.
Not a mark on Shavkat. He managed to get the finish there. Lovely overhand, nearly getting the KO. Could have got KO of the night with that, but the ground and pound in top mount definitely securing it and securing the victory.
Look, I knew that when Deco's name was on the card, I knew he was coming back with a big performance. I was expecting something, you know, of a bit of a back and forth battle with Fiamici, who has definitely been keeping active. But my goodness, did Deco just show that he has elevated his game even still. Has not lost an absolute step since the last time we saw him in the cage. And, I mean, he made light work of it here this evening, brutalizing GSP and getting himself a big win in the division. Be interested to see where he finds himself ranking-wise after this one, but I'm sure that there's bigger and brighter opportunities ahead of this man. A lot of the work he's done in the past has been grappling. None of that needed here this evening. All hands, all knockouts were on the mind for Deco, it would seem. Great win. Thoroughly impressed, can't lie. And Jay, as quickly as I introduced this fight, we're introducing the next one, my man. We got the co-main event of this evening.
Already?
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Crazy time. Yeah. Burning through these fights.
I like this.
So, with that fight all in the history book, now we have JUFC, former title challenger, the man that almost took the belt from CV, going up and defending his rank number 2 position, up against Annoying, who is 3-0 and undefeated in the division currently. This man's been putting in work, has earned himself a big opportunity to fight up the rankings, and he doesn't get any slouch. He doesn't get easy pickings. He's going straight in there against JUFC, who has set the division ablaze since he's come back to this league. This one right here, J-Dime, I don't really know what to expect. Annoying can grapple, Jay can grapple, but we know what Jay brings to the table. JUFC's out here to put those mitts on you more often than not, so I don't know, man. I don't know. This might be another don't blink fight. I can't lie.
Yeah, man. Listen, Annoying with an L is he's a really good fighter. But when I think about Jay, I'm not even being biased, right? We seen the competitive fight he had for the belt, and ever since he's lost the belt, his fights haven't really been competitive. Like, even before that, to me, he's one of those people that's, to beat him, you got to damn near be the champion.
Yeah.
So, like, if Annoying beats him, he's on the path to the title because Jay's at that level.
It's literally his only loss, Doc, is against CV, who was on a brutal reign at the top of the division before MG took it off him.
No, it was Maxi.
Sorry, I don't know why I say MG. Maxi is what I meant. Apologies. Yeah. Apologies, Maxi.
Yeah, Jay's kind of in a position on the PS side the same mix-ups was when Fad was running around with the title for the longest time. Mix-ups kept getting fights with Fad, just couldn't quite beat him. Jay's kind of in the same position. CV is now out of that title picture, so maybe that changes at some time in the future, but first up we've got to see Maxi defend against Muay Thai Jesus. But here you have Jay looking to cause some chaos here on the ground so far, though. Marab playing this aggressive game, couple undeniable sprawls there, make for a boring game, but does work effectively.
I mean,
Oh,
not wasting any time getting the combinations flying is JFC this evening. Really good defense with his blocking so far, but the combinations are really, really kind of being let fly right now. Notice how he doesn't want to really take a back step either, Jay. He's kind of planting his feet, letting his opponent dance around him to try and find his range.
thing is, Jay's an aggressive type fighter. Like, he's a guy who throw long combos, and to stop that, you got to land in between them combos because Jay, or counter something, because Jay really throws them combos with reckless abandon, Doc.
Yeah, he's just not stopping. He doesn't care, and I think...
Like, sheesh.
Jesus. That was a good counter, in fact.
I should have stunned him, to be
That
real.
should have stopped him, let's be real. Not just stun, a drop. I was clean on the chinners.
Look, if a frozen lake can't take out Marab, then I don't know if Omar's got the power in those hands to clip him either. Like, he's got that special chin, let's say.
Marab's again, it's the cardio that's kind of allowing Jay to keep this pace going. 100 cardio, I assume 100 now, dim near enough recovery as well in between rounds. And so Jay can just keep walking forward, put this pressure on and just rain down his shots. It may not be a lot of power, but it's going to be a death by 1,000 cuts here, Jay.
Yeah, and Marab's a motherfucker to just go against, even in real life. Like, because think about this, usually the shots start to hurt more when someone gets more tired. Marab don't get tired, so oh my, he can do this all. Yeah, it's over. It's over. Yeah, it's over. And
Jesus.
Hey, Jay with another win. Like I said, he's becoming that guy where only CV has beat him. Like, if you're not a former champion or on that level, you really can't fuck with him. No. It's at that point.
Like, he's going to be challenging for a belt real soon. I don't know who's up next. I know that we've just rebooked a fight because of the whole delays. We let it all rebook. That's why we have an Xbox title fight again here this evening. Once again, shout out for those guys stepping in. But fuck, man, like Jay is really putting in work right now, and like you can't hate on it. You can't hate on it. He does it, and he does it in an entertaining way as well. He ain't just shooting for your ankles. He ain't just trying to kind of secure some dodgy ass win to a victory. He is looking to separate souls from their bodies, literally sending people to the land of wind and whispers. JUFC now 6-1 in the division, only lost to CV, who I believe might now be retired. I think he retired after the last one, but goodness gracious, great balls of fire, he is back, and he is absolutely lighting up everybody in his way, now on a 3-fight win streak since his last title opportunity. If he hasn't got one of the next opportunities at that belt, he's got like maybe one more. I don't know exactly how that's going to run, but he's fucking close to maybe securing his hands on Primetime Gold if he can get through 1 or 2 more fights and continue with this same energy. But Dr. Frickin' Who, the little engine that could, and the one and only J Dime, it is that time of Primetime 157 where we step into the main event here this evening. We're going to be having an Xbox title fight where Easywork GG is trying to defend his belt once again up against the ever-dangerous Kenmure.
Okay, so there's something I need to say before we get into this fight. Don't even remove the graphic yet either. I got something to say about it.
Go for it.
Last time you had Kamaru Usman, you had a picture of him with a full head of hair, a rare picture. I need another picture like that again on here if we get Kamaru Usman. I need a picture where he got hair.
Do you know what, Jay? I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do, bro. that was a blip. My other half does all our graphics, and she doesn't watch MMA. She doesn't know any of them. So when I didn't even see the hair. I'll be honest, she sent it. I just trust her work in it, so she sent it. I put it up. I didn't look at it. And when you guys said that, I know, I was dying, bro. I was dying.
No, she's impressive for that. That's hard to find. That's hard. That's a rare photo.
But we'll see the next Kamaru Usman picture. Maybe he'll have some hair in it. But lads, we are here. Main event time. Short and sweet here this evening. 8 fights of virtual violence topped off with an Xbox title fight. Leon Rocky Edwards up against Kamaru Usman. Whew. Should be a fun one. Nice, low, stable connection. 4K in their picture quality as well. Doesn't get better than this one.
We've seen this matchup once before. Edwards, the one getting himself KO'd. Bit of a different matchup this time, though. You got Easywork controlling the sticks of Leon Edwards. Kenmure, a predominant striker for the longest time, who's in recent times actually come out and been shooting takedowns. A man who I vividly remember over the last 2 previous games getting annoyed at anybody who shot a takedown on him. So, it's a very different approach, but nice to see.
Man. It's time for him to become the thing he hates.
If you can't beat him, join him, right? Like that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
bro.
And if the striking, he's a good striker, but if the striking gets bad, he may have to shoot up.
Well, he's already shooting.
He's already shooting, and I'm not even mad at that because having that takedown threat makes the striking better, Cyrus.
1,000,000%. Easywork GG. You got to remember, Easywork GG has won a title off lighting people up with silky smooth combinations and absolutely top tier defense. Does duck into an uppercut right there, so hopefully he didn't jinx that man, but he has absolutely been at the top of his game in the striking domain as of recent. So Kenmure mixing in the grappling, definitely an advisable approach as they approach any single minute or second of this fight. If he gets an opportunity to secure a takedown, it's only going to play out in his favor. If nothing else, even if he doesn't get the takedown, Doctor, just making his opponent lower his hands a little bit and trying to make him think about something else other than just lighting you up.
Yeah, it's just something to delay any damage that Easywork's going to do, and during that dirtiness of the takedown and the breakaway afterwards, he can land a few shots. Same with the clinch, really. Also frustrating his opponent a lot of the time. Well timed, not getting clipped in a lot of cases, and this is kind of the idea you want to be seeing with these clinch attempts: is mix it up, make confusion.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Hell.
After he got stunned, he did all it. Man, that's beautiful because people panic when they're in trouble like that. And instead, he kept his composure, landed his combos, didn't hurt him, and now he's in a great position, Cyrus.
Yes, sir, and he's about to get a submission as well to boot. Obviously not going to actually get the end of the fight, but all plays into his favor. Yeah, all plays into his favor. All plays into his favor. Went 1 for 1 on stuns. In fact, he got 2 on that knockdown, didn't he?
He got a body stun as well.
Yeah, he got the stun and the knockdown. So once again, easy work, man. Like doing what champions do, and that's even when he finds himself in spots where he's behind in the fight. Instantly, he finds a way to answer back and to turn the tides. Championship mentality being shown on display here this evening.
Ooh.
Lovely.
Ooh.
He did the little fainty kick to the body.
Them body shots always start to add up. That's what I always commend Easywork for. His body shots are impeccable. Like, he has some of the best body work on this game. Because in PT, I would say him and damn, what's his name? Oh, Miroof both have great body work. But I hold Easywork's body work higher because he's won a belt with it and he's defending with it. So he's at the highest level doing this, Cyrus.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Like, others do it well, don't get me wrong, but like he's the most consistent with it. And the thing about it is the bodywork is one of the more easily countable things in this game right now. It's why a lot of people drop it from their game. But he just does it so well. He masks it behind, really well set up combinations and entries into that body shot. And his opponents just never seem to know when it's coming.
It's just difficult to tell because Easywork is so busy focusing on your head that suddenly you have no body halfway through the first round. It's like, oh, okay, I'm now in pain.
Nice knee.
Damn.
Wow, look at you see the speed on that reaction there, bro.
Yeah.
Kenmure, man, he's a gritty fighter. He's staying in there. He's finding ways, but like Easywork just looks like he's leveled up above everybody right now. He looks like he is that guy. He has to be careful not to throw it all away and get overconfident, but My fucking god! From combinations to defense, he's looking great.
Oh,
and then he gets slipped.
And how
Like,
does that not?
that should have given him more than.
How does that not stun him? But then
The
again,
counters in this game are so inconsistent.
damn. Oh my goodness. He's trying to time the uppercut, but every time he throws the uppercut, he's not throwing that body shot. So he's trying to get that uppercut bad, but Cyrus, he can't get the timing on the body shots.
No, exactly right. And he's landed some good uppercuts, even though he was trying to counter that. Once again, that knee, bro. That's the second time. Look, I'll say it again. Kenmure, he's a gamer. He's finding a way, but he's just got so much coming his way that it's hard to like find a way through that damage, man. Like as much as he tries, he needs success and he needs it soon because we're 2 rounds in and he's kind of semi-fucked right now.
Semi.
It's semi. My God!
Only semi. I told you, bro.
Oh, you're right, Cyrus.
Oh shit!
No, he's
shit.
He's
It's like he gets stunned and then he comes out and decides, okay, I'm not going to mess about anymore.
Call an ambulance, but not for me. That's what I see playing out right now.
It's those little patter shots, the body kick landing again, the head kick, the stun.
He's
Kenmure's
down.
Not out cold yet, but he's not far away. He's got a minute left in round 2, and I don't feel like it's going to get much further than that. Body shots there, head shot, trying to. Nearly gets clipped there, but again.
Somebody
tried to kill him.
Creative, Jay.
Yeah, where's his stamina at right now? Oh, this is
non-existent. Trying, catches the kick, goes for a takedown. The game not liking it.
Little spin kick to the head would separate him right now, but he goes for the spear.
And
knee to the body. Knee to the body. Oh my God.
Insult to injury at the end there. A spear, a couple of knees, little pitter-patter shot. That body is blinking after even a tiniest touch. Kenmure is out, but not down yet, is arguably the way.
No, he's down, but not out. He's down.
He's down bad. He's really down bad right now. Like, he's struggling, bro. This isn't ice skating uphill. This is something else. I don't know. Paragliding without a parachute. Oh, no, I'm parachuting without that chute. Literally just free falling right now, trying to see if he can find a way to a victory. But an elbow lands, clinch, and an elbow.
Yo.
I don't know what he did, but Easywork kind of seems pissed off. I can't lie.
My
point.
No.
What happened here? Going for the armbar.
So, like, I always want to know the backstory. Like, what did you do to make him this mad?
Maybe just the fact he grappled him at all. He's like, okay, you want to go there? You want to grapple the champ? Is what he said. Like,
oh my.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God.
And he's still not giving up on the bodywork. It's the beautiful thing, bro. He's still going to it.
Oh my.
Oh, nearly walked into the uppercut.
Them punches don't do nothing. Where's his stamina? But he can't hurt anything anymore.
Oh, bro, this is brutal.
Oh my. Yo.
Oh my God. How is he still alive?
Oh my.
This is some form of cruel and unusual punishment, it feels like.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I think Kenmure should press charges on Easywork after
this is inhumane.
This is abuse at this point. You willingly
Yo,
go into the cage.
Now he's just taking him down just to take him down.
Wow.
Oh my.
The fighters are too tough for their own good. He just needs to go out right now.
Easywork styling.
Oh.
No.
Oh!
Oh.
Disqualified. Kicked him in the dick. That's not good.
No, what? To finish him with a teeth?
Oh, the way his body spazzes out there as well. Jesus.
I think Art of War was right. Early stoppage.
Okay. Hey, I agree with Kenmore. Hey, Kenmore. Who set that up? No. Who set that up?
Bro.
Yeah, they set you up to die out there. Like, he landed 34 strikes in the whole match. The whole match, guys. They set you up for failure.
Bro, that's just easy work, though. Easy work is built different. I'm telling
Man,
you.
you got set up for failure, Ken.
No, I'll put this out there right now. I'll say it now, right? Obviously, and still, your Xbox champion, Easywork GG, once again living up to his namesake and making that easy work here this evening. But I will say, shout out to both the champion and Kenmure for taking that fight here this evening on short notice. I'm sure Kenmure would have liked some opportunity to prepare for a, very, very credible and top level opponent like the champion in Easywork GG. I'm sure that we'll see him back better than ever. Maybe with some adjustments and time to prepare, that fight may have gone a little bit differently. But the respect still very much there for taking that on short notice and being game to take such a tough opportunity, without any preparation.
Man,
it's great.
Listen.
Normally people get a week. These two guys got 2 days.
Man, I don't care if he had 2 weeks or 2 months or 2 years, okay? I don't care about none of that. What I'm saying is, I'm with you, Kenmore. Man, they wanted you to die. I don't know what you did to piss him off or piss anyone else off, but they sent you here to die today. That's what happened today, Kenmore.
Well, look, whether he died or not, he's
or
hurt
not.
badly.
There's no or not. There's no or not here.
He's hurt badly, but like he might have died if he didn't get kicked in the dick to close out the show. But he did. He got kicked in the dick. So
his kids died. Like guys.
Yeah, I mean, future generations are not going to be born, but like he still got his own life at least. Fuck, man. Look, PrimeTime 157, a short and sweet card. Absolutely shout out every single one of the guys that made it happen here this evening. Appreciate everybody that were flexible around obviously some of the issues with the PlayStation Network last week causing the rescheduling of the event. Absolutely worth the wait. But rest assured, we will be back next week with PrimeTime 158. Non-stop virtual violence continues to ensue here at PrimeTime MMA as the PrimeTime guarantee continues to be proven every single week. We will be back. Make sure to stick around for the raid at the end. Show some love to somebody else in the community. If you're not already, you are fucking slacking. Absolutely. Make sure to give J Dime a follow. Streaming Monday to Friday. Most entertaining guy on Twitch, period. Does a variety of different topics, different games that he does. We're going to link him in the chat right now. But until next time, for myself, J Dime, Doc, all the guys in the back, much love. Stay safe. And we will see you all soon.